Hi K-Babies, it's Miss Doster from Princeton University, and today we're going to complete a story problem. I'm going to read it 3 times. How many times? Yes, 3 times. And when I read it the first time, you're not going to pick up your pencil. You're not going to do anything but listen. Chloe has 10 balloons. Michael has 8 balloons. How many more balloons does Chloe have than Michael? So now I'm going to go into my second read. And for the second read, you may pick up your pencil and you may mark up your problem. When you mark up your problem, you're going to circle your numbers, underline your unit, and cloud your action. Chloe has 10 balloons. Michael has 8 balloons. How many more balloons does Chloe have than Michael? Okay. You should be marking up your problem. And families, when they mark up their problem, again, they're going to circle their numbers. So notice I have 10 circled. That's my first amount. And I have 8 circled. That's my second amount. I'm also underlining balloons. That's my unit. That's what I'm talking about. I also have how many more clouded. That's the action. This action lets me know whether I need to add, whether I need to subtract, whether I'm going to group, whatever the operation that is needed to complete this problem, whatever I cloud is going to let me know that. I'm going to read it a third time. And on this third read, you should be writing a number sentence to match your story problem. Chloe has 10 balloons. Michael has 8 balloons. How many more balloons does Chloe have than Michael? So for that third read, you should be writing a number sentence to match it. The number sentence that matches is 10 minus 8 equals 2. 10 minus 8 equals or 10 minus 8 equals 2. Now you're going to answer a comprehension question. So at this point, you should be pausing the video, families, and you're going to ask your children which is the greater amount, that means bigger, and which is the lesser amount, which means smaller. Take a second to pause. Okay, as we come back, raise your hands. Which one is the greater amount? Which one is the greater amount? Hands up. Now, which one is the lesser amount? Which one is the lesser amount? Good. Now, families, at this time, you can pause again and have your child retell the story. When they retell the story, they're just going to repeat the story. It can be in their own words, or they can read it off of their papers. Take a second to retell. Now we're going to come back and we're going to solve. We're going to what? Solve. Yes. So if you see on this paper, I have 1, 2, and 3 strategies. I'm going to go through all 3 strategies for you. This is the first strategy. It's the least efficient strategy as well. So on it, you'll see that I drew 10 circles. What does the 10 circles represent? Hands. Hands down. Yes, the 10 circles represent the 10 balloons that Chloe had. Then right below it, you'll see 8 circles. What do the 8 circles represent? Hands down. Yes, the 8 represents the 8 balloons that Michael had. Now, if you see down here, you'll see a line going from 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, and so on until we get to 8. The reason for that is because our action is how many more. When you see the action keywords of how many more, it lets you know that we're going to compare. We're going to what? Compare. We're going to what? Yes, compare. And when we compare, we see what's the same and what's different. And then we count what's. Yes, you count what's left. So as you can see, I matched it up to see what's the same. 1 and 1 is the same. They match. 2 and 2 is the same. They match. 3 and 3 is the same. They match. 4 and 4 is the same. 5 and 5 are the same. 6 and 6 are the same. 7 and 7 are the same. 8 and 8 are the same. And now I'm going to count to see what's left. 9 and 10 are left. I'm going to count them. 1, 2. 2 are left. Chloe has 2 more balloons than Michael. Next strategy is a counting back strategy. So we'll start with a 10 that Chloe had because she had the greater amount. Hence you asking your child which was the greater amount and which was the lesser amount. We'll start with 10 to represent 10 balloons that Chloe had. And then we'll make 8 circles to represent the 8 balloons that Michael had. And then what you see is us counting back. So we start at 10, and right before 10 comes 9. Before 9 comes 8. Before 8 comes 7. Before 7 comes 6. Before 6 comes 5. Before 5 comes 4. Before 4 is 3. Before 3 is 2. And we still get the same answer. Chloe had 2 more balloons than Michael. And it'll also match our number sentence right here, which is 10 minus 8 equals 2. I want to highlight a third strategy for you. Although it does not match our number sentence, it is another way for us to solve this problem where we can use the inverse operation. So the inverse for subtraction is addition. So what you will see is us starting with the 8 that Michael had, which is represents the 8 balloons that Michael has. And then we'll count on until we get to Chloe's 10 balloons. So 8 after 8 is 9, after 9 is 10. We'll count how many circles we made. 1, 2. The number sentence to match that is 8 plus 2 equals 10. Now, out of all 3 strategies, the most efficient would be either the counting back or the counting on. Now, your child can use whatever strategy they feel comfortable with. Again, it does not matter as long as they get to the correct answer. But I want to highlight for you that for this particular problem type, you should be using the counting back or the counting on strategy because it's more efficient and it's more sophisticated. And as your numbers get larger than 10 and 8, it becomes extremely difficult to complete this type of strategy without it being kind of like messed up with a lot of numbers. So you want to make sure that you try and push your child to do the counting back or the counting on strategy. Thank you. Bye.